quite eventful. What was it like to stand there as head coach as that game unfolded? Give us your overall thoughts.
Yes, at the championship, I know this league pretty well and how much it costs in order to be successful. I mentioned already outside, you can't get as old in real life as you will get during such a championship season. And I have to say, for the neutral, it was a top championship game, because you also could have to give many compliments also to Rotherham, because they were here with a top performance. You could see that they have this euphorism and also the self-confidence out of promotion still in the game, and it's no coincidence that they just have lost one game before this game, and also that they never conceded more than one goal so far, and they were brave, they were aggressive, they tried to press with intensity. I liked also the performance of my team in general. I think it was a really good championship performance. And difficult game for us. I'm pretty sure that not many teams will win here 3 points at Rotherham, especially not here in the beginning of the season, when they are full of the self-belief and euphorism. And for that, after being back to win this game out of a losing position, and difficult story of the game feels really massive, and many compliments to the mentality of my players, because it was of course also a tricky few weeks with all this transfer speculations and also like the build-up. Yeah, many players were away. We just had several players back yesterday on the training pitch after they were on international duties. Difficult, and then to show this mentality and in the end to win this game, and also I think that deserved win. We had just saw the statistic, 65% possession and 21 shots and many shots on goal. No doubt it's a deserved win, but in a tight game, and it feels massive today.
You say the difficult story of the game, pick out some of the key incidents. I mean, the goal you conceded so early as well, that must frustrate you, but Tim Krul does what Tim Krul does and kept you in the game in that first half.
Yes, that's right. So I was pretty pleased that this is really a win of team spirit and togetherness, because we had the worst start into the game that you could have. After 2 minutes we were back in a situation, of course a bit complicated. Grant was of course a bit involved. He had the outside line instead of the inner line, but it was also a complicated situation for him, and his last start was in a league game was before the lockdown. His last game was in a friendly game away at Tottenham, and he was out for 3.5 months, and to be thrown into this cold water and to concede such a goal after 2 minutes was of course difficult anyhow for him, because it was also complicated for him, the situation. But I loved his reaction, because after this there was a top performance and fully switched on, and a great leader, and was definitely a good performance. Yes, and the second situation where we were struggling a little bit was my young player Adam Ida, who was also involved in the COVID story in the last 2 weeks. Was here with his debut on championship level, first time in the at least in the starting lineup. Gave of course away an unnecessary penalty, because Rotherham player was on the escape from the box, and he gave anyhow. It was a soft penalty, but at least he gave anyhow a bit like the referee a decision to make. Was of course difficult, but you can't expect miracles. Grant was out for 4 months. For Adam, it's his first game in the starting lineup on this level, and I also like this attitude, because in general I have to say we spoke so much about we have to be more clinical and more effective and more brutal in the final third. And when I think about the first half, we created so much. Markus Tiepermann 1-against-1, more or less 1-against-1 on the goalkeeper. Adam Ida more or less 1-against-1 on the goalkeeper. Adam Ida shot out of distance. Goalkeeper was top save. Emi Buendia, good shooting position, was I think a handball. 3 finishing situations out of the 18-yard box. Markus Tiepermann, Jordan Hugill, and also Emi Buendia. So for a away game in one half, you can't create more, but we still were not able to score anyhow. And we're back because of these two situations. But thank God we've got the best goalkeeper in the league, and thank God Tim Krul is one of us, and he kept us with a save also in the game. And I told it already outside, so I had all my players, even the bench players, at halftime in, because I wanted to create this team spirit and this attitude that we keep going. And that we were there with a good performance. Even in the first half, we created an unbelievable amount of chances against a well-playing Rotherham team, and I told them, so if we keep going in this way, then definitely we will drive away with points, and pretty delighted that we were able to force our way back, and also with 2 fantastic goals in the second half and several other chances when I think, for example, a great header of Mario Francis. So we had several good situations, and for that, I definitely win of the team, and good for the team spirit, and it feels massive today.
Thoughts on the red card incident?
I don't want to speak in a bad and negative way about a player of the opponents. Don't want to speak about bad intention or whatever. That's not my style. And I hope, and I don't think it was a bad intention. Just like it, the scene looked horrendous, and I was fearing that in this moment that Oliver Skipp's loans that came to an end because such a foul in such a situation can sometimes be the end of a career anyhow. So it was. If I'm honest, surprised that he could play further on, and also I'm unbelievably grateful that it seems like nothing serious has happened. Yeah, there are some stoles still on his legs, but anyhow, Oliver seems to have a pretty special physical condition, also with his knee anyhow, and it seems like nothing serious has happened. So thank God, and I'm just happy that out of the scene, Oliver Skipp can play football further on.
2 more if I can. To go so late, as you say, 95th minute, I think, and the penalty's awarded. Did you have any doubts Jordan Hugill would tap that away? It was a very cool penalty.
No, he was on the paper today to take this penalty, and I think also for Jordan was a difficult game, but there was a good performance. Important for us as a team, was able to keep many balls. Also I think, for example, the first goal that we scored was a piece of a role model piece of our football, because a fantastic move of the ball, great cross of Max Aarons, and then Jordan forced anyhow also the own goal, and I was totally convinced that Jordan would be there and keep his cool and score out of this situation, and I would also take some earlier goals I mentioned already outside. So it feels a bit like during these 5 games on championship we were never in lead, not in one moment, but we are still there with 7 points because there were so many late goals. Was one of our main topics also, like we 2 years ago when we won this championship, and it seems like we are again good in coming back out of losing positions and gaining points out of losing positions and gaining late goals, and it's definitely a good sign. But I would also prefer if we score a bit earlier to make our life a bit more easy also in the future. But for today, I'm definitely delighted.
Final one if I can. You can see the celebrations at the end, all the backroom staff clapping all the players off. Can that be the catalyst you were looking for, or is it still a bit too early? But does that feel maybe like you've turned a corner today, the manner of that comeback? It
feels like a massive win, and there's no replacement for wins, and you can work with days, team building days or whatever, but these moments, to create these memories and these moments in a difficult period, anyhow, to be there with this win, because we had a good start into the season with 4 points out of 2 games. With this average, you finish in the top 2. If you can hold this average over 46 games, and then 2 games where we were in both games by far the better side, but anyhow we end up with 9 points, and we spoke so much and so intense about what we have to do in order to gain more points, and then to have to accept such a first half anyhow where we missed again so many chances, although we created a lot for an away game, and then to keep going and to turn this game in a difficult game where the opponent was struggling and fighting with intensity and a good performance, and to score this late goal feels like an unbelievable relief and a special moment. And I think no coincidence, I think Tim Krul was out of his goal anyhow. They were all together celebrating and throw their bodies into the line, and also have to praise our fringe players and bench players today, because I think sometimes after 2 losses you feel okay, they are a bit moody, sometimes they hope a bit like the team is not doing well to come back into the starting lineup. I got the feeling today from the first second over the halftime period, even the players on the bench were encouraging everyone, because we felt we are there with a good performance, and we spoke about if we go further on in this style and keep our cool and keep our nerves, then we definitely will travel away with points, and to have then this winning feeling, and it's definitely massive. I'm far away from over-interpreting this, just 3 points, but with these 3 points we're definitely right now in a definitely good and solid position to build on.
Daniel, will Christoph and Todd be available on Tuesday, are you hoping?
I hope they are available. So with Christoph will be a late decision, so our physios were quite confident 2 days ago. There was a training session today at Colney. I haven't heard so far how it went. I hope he's available, because with Grant we also have to keep in mind it's his first game since 4 months, and also with Ben Gibson. Also again there was a solid performance, but he was also out for 2 years. I hope Christoph is available, but we have to assess him also tomorrow. And the same with Todd. It was just a bruise, so nothing too serious. He was also in my plans for this game today, if I'm honest. We have to wait how it develops. He was also in Colney today. Hopefully he could do a bit more and feels a bit better than yesterday. Yeah, the games are coming thick and fast right now, and we definitely need all the players, and I hope both of them will be available, but we'll have to assess them.
I suppose in the situation with Todd, in normal circumstances, you probably quite like to have brought him along with the group to have travelled and to have been here, or is it just better off he's at Colney and recuperating a little?
No, we just travel with the game day squad in case there is a doubt anyhow. Then we take sometimes one player more, but in general also with Todd it was not possible for him to be played because he was not able to sprint yesterday and felt too much pain. I've got the feeling the international break was good for him, because he had also some time to reflect the situation. And also we had a pretty long and honest conversation about everything. His mindset in the last week was much better. His performance on the training pitch were good, and he was in my plans for this game day squad. And then sometimes when you think, okay, right now everything is prepared to restart anyhow, then there is a little thing, and this happened 2 days ago in training. But I'm not concerned anymore, because he seems to be in a much better mindset, and also to be prepared. And if he does this, then he has too much quality in order not to play an unbelievably important role for us. And hopefully he can show this during the next weeks and also during the next games. Thank you.
Okay.
Saturday actually isn't sort of like in normal circumstances. You've got 2 home games coming up, so you would be, it would be something to sort of look forward to. Potentially 6 points. Does home and away matter so much at the moment?
In general, it doesn't matter that much for me, because it's the same game. So it's 11v11 and 2 rectangles in the end of the pitch, and you try to score. The rules are the same in away game and home game. But also, I think the best away record when we won the championship title, I take each and every point. So for that, it's also like, because the supporters are not around, so the massive advantage of home games is also a bit away. I think the results today also prove this again, and the statistics in general prove this. We still feel a bit more comfortable because you don't have to travel that much, but it's not such a big difference. Instead of you would play in front of nearly 30,000 yellow shirts anyhow, and they can boost you, of course, and it's more comfortable to play at home. Yeah, it's strange times anyhow, and but nevertheless we want to be successful in our home games, and we want to add the next points.